Here we go. Hello, everyone. Cloth, hello. How you doing? How you doing? Not gonna be anything too super long today. Probably a little bit shorter than normal. Not by a whole lot, but you know. Starting up work tonight. Don't know at the moment if I'm gonna get one in tomorrow or Sunday yet. How you doing, Cloth? How we doing? Rosie, hello. How's it going? Oh, I am pretty good. I'm pretty good. Nevi, hello. How's it going? How's it going? Rosie, Rosie, Shadow Wolfman, hello, how we doing? How we doing? Maybe I'm good. I'm pretty good. No, I start in 3 hours. Chuck, how you doing? How you doing? Participating in Safari Week this year? Ooh, let's go. We'll be probably ending in like an hour and a half. Should be able to get or fit an hour and a half in. Give me time to finish getting ready before I have to think about headed out the door. You got you a shiny? No, what'd you get? What'd you get, Cloth? No, I haven't really done a whole lot of shiny hunt here recently, so. I'm assuming that's probably not what he meant to type, Nevi. That's what I thought. I figured you meant tell. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't done much shiny hunt recently, so. In fact, I think this is the first Pokemon I've done since the last Pokemon stream. And just between what is a purple fee? Is it Feebas? Might it be Feebas? We're getting Rallo today. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Burnout from shiny hunting, so the Mudkip hunt will be fun. I feel like honestly I just kind of hit like a burnout on Pokemon in general. I had to. Every once in a while, you gotta get a break in from it. You know? Gotta keep it switched up, keep it fresh. I just kinda... Yeah, I thought I had myself on the trajectory to keep from hitting the burnout, and it turned out I did not. Yeah, I will end up, or we will get some more GTA, and it might even be Monday. Probably will be Monday. I mean, GTA is one of those games that I want to have a good length of time to be able to do things with, you know? And considering I'm working 12s the next 3 days, I don't think I'm going to have the kind of time for GTA that I would like to. Oh, not 36 hours straight. No, no. It ain't 36 straight. No, no. I've got 12-hour shift tonight, 12 hours tomorrow, 12 hours Sunday. And then I'll be off for 2 days. Yeah, 3 days, 36 hours. And I'll be off 2 days. Then I'll have 2 more 12s. Then I'll be off 3 days. Two more 12s, off 2 days, and then 3 12s. And then that cycle repeats. Lion Spear, hello. How we doing? Yeah, you see, Rosie knows the vibes. Rosie gets the vibes. It is one, but I kind of think it's going to be a good thing. Because I think it's going to help keep any kind of like work burnout to a minimum. Because it's never more than 3 days at a time. It's not always 3 at a time. It just kind of means that I'm not going to have any weeks that I've got, or not going to have any back-to-back weeks with the same days off. But every time that it is a 3-day stretch, the 3-day stretches are always Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's every other weekend. But also with the way it works out, every other week has 4 hours of overtime on it. Or 8 hours of overtime on it, I mean. That's kind of cool. Which is gonna be like 3 weeks before I see one of those checks. But it's gonna help with a lot. It's gonna help with a lot of things. You know, get some things caught up, get some things paid off to where I don't have those bills at all anymore. I think it's gonna do wonders for everything. $13.69, yeah. We're past shiny Charmods. Which would honestly be super upsetting if we had the charm. But we don't, so. Haunter, how you doing? Gotta make sure I didn't miss Lion Spear's comment how good or how he's doing. I did not. I've not overlooked that yet. That's good. I don't want to do that. If anyone's able to help Cloth out with his, or get his Milotic and possibly do some Ogre ousting, or feel free to help him. See, I still haven't gotten that one. I haven't gotten the special one for Ogre ousting. No. Ogre ousting was fun, I think, the first time I did it. And then, like, I think every subsequent time after that, I was just like, eh. It exists. Well, I did get a shiny Munchlax still. Hunter, I am well. I am quite well. By the morning, probably very tired, but I mean, I guess that's kind of to be expected. I think no matter what time I woke up today, I was going to be dead tired in the morning. First night of work in like 2 weeks. I already know it's going to be kind of laughably easy work, so. Feel that you woke up tired today? Ooh. Anytime I wake up tired, I know I slept way too long. Like, without fail, that's always what that ends up meaning. How many watts do I have right now? Oh. 6,900. Nice. I mean, Rosie, that sounds like a skill issue. Like an actual skill issue. But why? Wait, was I still live at 3:45 in the morning on Wednesday? So I may have been. I don't remember. My mind is not the greatest with some things. I don't even remember what I played Wednesday. No, I was not, because I didn't stream Wednesday night. I streamed like Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, that was when me and Loop started the 2006 SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 GM mode. Got some parts for the PC you're building. Nice, very nice. That's going to be a little ways up the road for me for building this one up more. So we'll have some expanding I want to do to it. Gonna want more RAM for one thing. Definitely more RAM. You ever just wake up at 5 a.m. for no reason? You ever just? Case, CPU cooler, some fans and power supply. Yo. All you need now, unless you already had it, was the graphics card. Graphics card, some RAM. You know, I'm probably end up talking with Avery or Kieran. Somebody that has more computer knowledge than I do. Like, make sure that I get the right stuff when I go to increase mine. The only thing I know for sure I don't have to mess with is the graphics card. My graphics card is more than fine. Should be for a good while. RAM, motherboard, SSD, graphics card. Yeah. All the good stuff. I think Avery was telling me when I got it that I was probably eventually gonna have to upgrade motherboard. I bought one of them pre-built so that I can actually get into and make changes. Sword Shock, hello, how you doing? Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's still some. I do still want to get another console at some point. Really, I guess another couple. Sam, hello, how we doing? Oh, I'm good, I'm good. Because at some point I still need to get myself a PS5. I haven't gotten my PS5 yet. Oh. Chuck, I feel you on that. Yeah, I never did get the PS5 yet. Because when the new ones dropped, I prioritized getting the Series first. Getting the Series X first. Because I knew my Game Pass would carry over. And Game Pass is phenomenal, and I will hold ground on that. If there's anything that can be said or in the argument for why to get a series over a PS5 at the start, it's Game Pass. Why Bound Suite? I had a friend I have a real good friend that specifically asked for a Bound Suite on the team, so we're gonna get a Bound Suite. By the time it's said and done, it's gonna replace Vileplume down there. But the way I'm going to pull it off, I'm not going to lose my coverage for fairies. Still going to be good on that front. Now you see, I might. Honestly, I just might I think but now you see, the more I think about it, I don't know. Well, yeah, I would just have to get with my younger brother. Yeah, I could do that. I had your surgery last Tuesday, yo. So you're definitely still recovering from that, for sure. No, that's not something that you're gonna recover from right away. Oh, you don't have the DLC. He wouldn't be able to do the ogre ousting, but he can help with the Feebas. Yeah, I saw it, Sam. I saw it. I've responded to it. I hope it all went well and that the recovery's going smooth. That's an oddish, that's Stuffle, that's oddish, that is Stuffle. That's Bounceweight. I kinda wish Bounceweight was a little bit harder to see. After Bounceweight, we're gonna beat Kabu, and then we're going for Honedge. Shiny Airhead. Shiny Airhead. Drifloon? We talking Drifloon? The balloon? This one's immediately coming to mind for Airhead. Oh. Dragapult. Dragapult. Sam, I think I'd rather we leave that for like the DMs. If I'm being completely honest. That way we just kind of leave the stream chat to the good vibes and the escape from everything, you know? Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I appreciate the fact that you asked before, or rather than just kind of jumping right on into it. But yeah, let's try and keep the chats for the kind of happier vibes. You know, we kind of want this on streams to be like kind of the escape from reality, not the other way around, you know? It's just kind of a nice place to just kind of drift off and forget about the worries. Ah, Haunter, it's a Feebas. Feebas is shiny as purple. It's actually a super clean shiny. I love a shiny Feebas. Shiny Feebas is kind of Shiny Feebas is great. Shiny Milotic, I think I'm slightly disappointed with, to be honest. It felt like they could have done more with Milotic than what they did. For a shiny. It's not to say it's a bad shiny, it's just, you know. It's one of those where it's like, there was more that they could have done, and it's like they just kind of chose not to. I'm gonna go for a nap. I mean, that's very fair. I hope you get a good nap in, Nebby. I mean, you were up until like at least 1 o'clock in the morning. Release Yugi! The savagery. 2 a.m.? Good lord. You were still up for a bit after after me, you, and Loops all hopped out of the VC earlier. You were still up for a hot minute. Woke up at 8. Oh lord. And again, that like kind of 4 to 6 hour range of sleep is kind of where I'm at my best. I get any more than that, I'm real groggy when I wake up. Typically. You needed at least 45 minutes more. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a minute to get it because I don't have charm. This is a full odds hunt. These are all full odds hunts. Resembles Yugi? I don't know. I know what shiny resembles Yogi. And that would be Ursaring. Or Yogi Bear. All blue Pokemon with a blade. Cerulege? Nice. Man hasn't seen usage in a hot minute. I don't know if either of you hit the cooldown. It's got a 30-second cooldown on it because we had a time frame where it got kind of way too spammy. I kind of drastically increased the cooldown on it. I mean, probably. And anything that isn't single digits is probably higher. For being honest. I think the rate that we're going, we probably get to at least 1,500 checks. It'd be nice for it to shine before that, but anything above 0% is higher than her battery. True. True. Why I sound sick? I don't know. I actually don't know. Yeah, it was on a 5-second cooldown, but when it was on the 5-second cooldown, we had a point where the entire chat was just shiny luck commands. And that it kind of got to be just too much shiny luck command and not enough anything else happening. And it got, but it also is real good to where if anything else is happening with it on that kind of a time window, it would bury it. And there you go. You got it in there. You got in there with it. With that 47%. My bot's kind of staying on the low rolls today. The highest roll it's given is 52 to Lion Spear. There's the high rolls. 90%. Wild. Alright, Rosie. Get your phone on the charger. Intentionally, yes. Wasn't like the other night where where Nevi and Neko were both in the chat at the same time and I used the wrong NE name. Just responded to Nevi and said Neko instead. I didn't even realize I had done it until, like, Nevi went back and clipped it. It was like, look, they were both 4 letters, they both started with NE. The last 5 things prior to that I responded to were all Neko. Oh no. I mean, me, my dad, and my uncle's names all start with the same letters, so I've been called every name. It was always by my grandmother. She would just kind of fumble up on which one she was trying to holler at any given moment. And of course, my stepmom, bless her, there was five of us kids in the house. Pretty much every one of us troublemakers growing up, so... I couldn't tell you how many times she ran through the entire list of names before she got to the right one. It didn't matter if it was one of us boys that she was hollering at. She always started off with. She almost always started out trying to holler at one of the girls. Not a troublemaker, but your brother is. Oh no. You see, growing up, all 5 of us were troublemakers. Now that we're all adults, there's only one of us that's so constantly getting into trouble. It's the only one that still lives at home. Because he's a little bit too irresponsible to be on his own. He keeps swearing up and down that he wants to be in, looking and trying, or actively on a list to get a place of his own, but I have a feeling when he gets the place of his own, he's gonna learn some things real quick. You know, you never realize how much work actually goes into trying to keep house and keeping everything as it needs to be until you are on your own. You know? There's a lot that goes into that. I mean, looking at the little scuff mark on the bottom of the Pokeball on the overlay and thinking that there was something on my screen. Polly, hello! How are we doing? No, like, I legitimately thought there was something on my screen that I needed to get off my screen and just reached forward and tried to get it off my screen. Because for some reason my vision just locked onto, like, Team Slot 5's Pokeball for a second. And looking at the little mark, I wasn't even seeing in the peripherals the other two at that moment. Just that one scuff mark on the bottom of that one. the cat hair on your Switch or phone before and you end up thinking it's a crack. Yeah. Something you have to get used to when you have cats. Meta bed. Ah, school parents make me go insane. Cancel the vacation next year and are blaming you now. No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. There's parenting done right, and there's parenting done not so right. That is not even on the edge of not so right, that just is not so right. You can't guilt trip your kid. You just can't. That's how you end up in. That's how you end up developing. How you end up getting your kid developed into blaming themselves for everything in every situation. Like, no. Do not. Yeah, I mean, I thankfully did not, but I still have that, but that's from untreated ADHD and not household. Unfortunately, I was in the time frame where not enough was known about it. You don't want Spanish tutoring? You want to prove that you can better yourself? I mean, that's fair. Granted, there's nothing wrong with getting tutoring if you need it, you know? It's ultimately what it comes down to. It's a thing of everyone learns differently. You just have to find what that difference is. And what your method of learning is, and learn it that way. You know? If you just try to learn in the way that everyone expects you to learn it, that might not be your style of learning, and it's just not going to stick the same. We did not yet. We did not yet, no. But how was the nap? Now that's the best piece of advice that I can give you is to figure out your way of learning and try and learn it that way. Rather than trying to learn it the way the school system expects you to learn it. Like, if you've ever... Can't even say if you've ever seen it. I think at this point everybody's seen that video where, like, they've got the little, like, I don't know if it was like a lard bucket or like an old ice cream bucket where they got the shapes cut into the lid. And they got the little wood blocks to try to teach kids their shapes, and they just stuck all of them through the square hole because they all fit. Like, that's kind of what school systems seem to expect, is that they can just fit every child into the square hole in terms of learning. And it's not how it works. You know, people come in many different shapes, sizes, mentalities. Not every brain is going to learn the same way. Like, everybody has seen at least that one kid that has 100 or higher in every class because they just get a perfect grade on everything, including any extra credit that's there. Typically, that's not really a result of just that kid putting in a bunch of insane work entirely into their school work. It's the fact that they just happen to learn in the way that the school system expects them to learn. That just happens to be their style of learning. See, cloth kind of same, in a way. It's like, if I watch something enough, or watch somebody do something enough times, then yeah, I can typically pick up on some of it and remember it. But I learn so much faster by actually just doing the thing. Which will occasionally actually lead to a problem. I did have that in one job where I picked up on it so quick and found kind of a couple things that I could do to get it done that much faster. And then the lead that I had at that point just did not want to let me learn any other part of the job. And see, exactly, it's like if you watch and you see something enough times with like our style of learning, you can typically pick up on it at least enough to be able to take and try and do it yourself. But it's not really until you've done it, and you've done it a few times, that you can really have the feel for what you're or for what it is you're doing and find kind of your own faster way to get it done. I always kind of thought that was a really cool thing. Getting into the actual workforce after school is kind of where I figured out that I think the whole reason I didn't get any kind of enjoyment out of actually being in class at school because I wasn't really learning anything. Just kind of from how fast I did pick up on things. It was like I didn't actually spend much of the time that I was there learning. And a lot of the teachers in there decided that, you know, the way people learned was through just a bunch of repetitions. So we would do the same assignment or do like the exact same thing for like a week straight or going on to anything else. And I'm just like the second day of doing it, I'm just like, Like, it got to the point where I think it was my sophomore year. Every single day, I slept clean through geometry. And still passed that class. At the point I just fell asleep about as soon as I got in there and sat down and woke up right before the bell went off to end the class. Haunter used Lick. It was super effective. I mean, we'll see if it was super effective or not if this thing shines soon. It would be kind of nice. How did you end up with the same class back to back? I mean, I guess I technically had that to an extent, so I had both bands. We had two different concert bands in high school. I was in both of them. But otherwise, that was the only reason I had the same class back to back. Or, no, take that back. Take that back. Technically, my last year I had English back to back because I went through the stuff to be able to graduate early, so I had like English 11. And then my very next class was English 12. Wait, did they just carry your grade over from, or just basically give you the 2 grades on an assignment? They just count the grade towards both classes? I see, having English 11 and then English 12 was interesting. I mean, it wound up, both classes actually somehow wound up being fun. It was the only time I had fun with English class, but it was for 2 different reasons. Because, my English 11 teacher was actually a coach for, like, the local, like, basically semi-pro baseball team. So it was like, they weren't affiliated with any major league roster, so they weren't considered a minor league team. But they weren't affiliated with a school either. It was like basically just a local semi-pro. I was like, kind of think Little League, but for adults. You know, he always had some kind of fun story to give. But then, like, I think it was, I want to say it was every week we had, like, vocab day in there. And, like, on that day, they would, we had, like, vocab basketball, basically. I think is what it was. But the way it was set up, we were broke off into teams. We all had to come up with a team name, typically something witty, and he would give us the definition, and what we had to do, we had to go up, write that on the board, or write the word that it matched on the board, spelled properly, and it was a whole, like, classroom competition for points. It bounced around and all the teams took turns until we ran out of words. Oh, we had some names in there. We also had some people that thought they were clever, and he he saw right through that and wouldn't allow them to use those names. Good old Team Smarties. See, we had a team. One of the members of the team's last name was Dixon. So they thought they were going to be funny and named their team Dixon Cider. And he's like, absolutely not. No. No. I'm not going to be able to get that one passed off if they come in. Yeah. Yeah, they thought they were being funny. And he saw right through it, he's like, no. Get out. And typically most of the team names did wind up being puns. He actually had one class he did. It was a rather interesting one, because it was one of the ones you could choose to do. Vivian, hello, welcome in. You know, it's like one of the elective courses that you could take there for some reason. Like typically all the electives were like kind of job skill stuff, you know. Like there was like creative writing. There was one, I think, specifically to make like a school newspaper that they handed out once a month or whatever. Now you had your bands, you had your choir class. It's going good, it's going good. How's your day going? But then, if you wanted, you could choose with him teaching it, you could take Lord of the Rings as an elective class. It was just an entire class dedicated to reading and learning the lore of Lord of the Rings. Which just sounded like it would have been incredible to take. You're doing good. We love to hear it. We love to hear that. No, that class wound up interesting. We had there was a lot of people that took it, not because they even had any interest in Lord of the Rings in the first place, but just so they could have that teacher again. Just try to make sure that they had him another year. I mean, he was great. He was like everyone's favorite teacher in the building. Nobody ever had anything bad to say about him. See, now if that existed, sign me up. Like, sign me right up. Now, I want to say there is a college or university, one of the two, over here in the States that does have a Pokemon course. I don't remember which one it is, but I seem to recall that being a thing. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I've actually considered college. I have considered going back and trying to learn what I was initially doing college stuff for. But I wouldn't go to college to do it. I'll just sit back and learn it in my free time. And that way I could kind of control the pace that I'm learning it at. Get myself set up as to like actively trying to work on something that I would need to learn the stuff for. And then just learn what I need to learn as it goes on. I mean, probably, but normally the later you're awake, the later you wake up. So, I mean, if you don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. again for no reason, that might not be the worst thing. Rosie? We are approaching 1,500 on this bound suite. Actually kind of crazy. You could have been late knowing your luck to wake up at 3:45 again. I mean, that'd be even better. The next Fallout? I'm gonna try to get a Fallout in next week. I am off next Friday, so it might just be next Friday when I get back, when I hit Fallout again. Get that Fallout Friday back at rolling. It just wouldn't be a weekly Fallout Friday because I'm only off every other Friday with the new job, but you know. Well, I do think Monday is going to end up being some GTA. I want to get GTA 3 finished. So I can get into Liberty City Stories. I think Liberty City Stories will be exciting because I actively know nothing on that one. I've never played it. I think that one and Vice City Stories, I haven't played either one of them, and I have them both. It's gonna be like, finish 3, then it'll be Liberty City Stories. Once that one's done, we'll be into Vice City. And then hitting up Vice City Stories. And then we'll be into the best Grand Theft Auto. The best one made. And I will stand that ground firm. When we get into San Andreas. Rosie, it's probably honestly the heat, because this heat is out of control. It really is. I had to make a quick run before starting stream, and it's 95 out. See, thankfully, I will reiterate, thankfully, at least without or before factoring in heat index and everything, we have not hit triple digits here. I'm dreading when we finally hit triple digits, which is definitely going to be next month. I'm calling it now. July is always the hottest month of the year. Like, I was really feeling for Sarah yesterday because they hit like, when converting back over to Fahrenheit, they hit the equivalent of 108. I'm like, no thank you. You can keep it. Wait, you still have a target? Then again, I say that, and I have a target still. That's where I got my mic. Ordered it online, went and picked it up, I think, the next morning. So I ordered it at work. It was like a Sunday night. I ordered it while I was at work, and then I went Monday morning, like just after they opened, and picked it up. And it wasn't a good time of year either, because like everyone was trying to do their last minute Christmas shopping. There was nowhere to park. I mean, to be fair, Haunter, I wear black clothes all the time. And they complain that it's hot, but, you know. I mean, black clothing goes with everything. Yeah, it's like, for the most part, my entire wardrobe is black. I have a few things in there that aren't, but it's almost entirely black. You see, Haunter, that's the secret. You just don't go out. AirPods died and you got no audio. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised that Rosie's devices are dead? I think we're gonna check 5 more, and then I think we're gonna go on a little raid. I do have a target. Granted, they're not doing Pokemon. But I have a target. Oops. We're gonna get us 2 more checks. We'll get 2 more checks on this. I think 1525 feels like a good number. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're impatient, Rosie. As noted by the fact that none of your devices are ever fully charged. Like, ever. And it doesn't shine. So, it's raid time. That was 1525. It is raid time. Supposed to be last check, best check. Game says no. Yoyer Endif. Endinf. I need to grab that for the typo channel. So let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna end. We're gonna go on a little raid. Uh-oh. Let me grab the link first, because apparently I've lost the link. I had the link. I mean, Snorlax is mid, so... But okay. Here we go with the link. I got it now. We're gonna wrap it. I might have one in tomorrow, I don't know. It's all gonna depend on what time I wake up with being back to work tonight and tomorrow night. But until our next one, everyone be well, stay safe. Rosie, I swear, I will end you. Until the next one, everyone be well, stay safe. Bye, guys.